how's your day going, Afterburner?
Not great. All right, we're gonna get this out of the way first, okay?
What are we getting out of the way?
First and foremost,
what is there to get out of the way, friend? I don't understand.
I lost in fantasy to an 0-10 team. All right, I don't want to talk about it, but I hate Adam Thielen. That man is always hurt.
I feel like
this year at least.
At least like he didn't try and start before. Like I feel like this is on you. Like you had plenty of time to look for a guy, mess around with some stuff, do the thing, Julie.
But he was out even before the game started?
Yeah, they said. Bro, you're not even paying attention, bro.
Dude, if I would have known that, I would have changed it for real.
Then
They didn't even give me an update. Thanks, fantasy app. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. I
guess you didn't have notifications on, you fool.
I was too busy whipping it up in the kitchen, cooking that breakfast. But yes, I lost by 0.6 points.
Yeah, that's
not even
rough,
a whole
bro.
Point.
Can we
0.6 points.
Can we get some F's in the chat for Justin, please?
No, you know what? It all started because Todd Gurley fumbled it on the first drive. He lost 2 points. If he didn't fumble it, I would have won.
Damn,
but he
boy.
Fumbled it, then lost me 2 points.
Done lost your points.
But in my other regular fantasy league, let's talk about that real quick.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
We're over me losing to no team. Yeah.
Nah, no one's over it. I think it's prime content, podcast content.
Nobody wants to talk about me losing. But in my other fantasy league, the regular one,
you're also losing.
Your boy, Sauce Daddy. He has 58 points, and we have Tyreek Hill to play. And I have 40 points, only down by 18. I still have Patrick Mahomes, Austin Eckler,
garbage,
and Travis Kelce.
Straight garbage person, worst tight end in the league.
I would like to thank Deshaun Watson also, all right, for helping me to this point. He got Nico 3 points only. I'd like to thank you.
Can I talk now?
I appreciate it.
Can they hear my side of the story now?
Okay, hold on, wait. Before you say anything, I want to say while I was working out at the gym, they were showing Patrick Mahomes highlights, and most of the highlights was to Tyreek Hill. I was like, don't do that. Stop that. You're cursing me.
That sounds pretty good. Let's hear it all day. I want to see lots of end arounds. I want to see some kickoff returns, punt returns, some good stuff like that. Maybe some handoffs. Hand it off to him in the backfield.
No.
So I feel like this goes without saying, but I was in between Brian Hill and Damian Williams, and I was going to start Damian Williams, even though both of those were the wrong answers. The right answers were DJ Chark or Stephon Diggs that were also on my bench. But
oh yeah, I forgot about
but the reason I didn't pick Damian Williams because they said he was questionable, and I did not want to get left on Monday night not having anybody. Like, I'm not about to drop Damian Williams for like a backup or something like that and have somebody else snatch him up like on Tuesday. So I was just like, I have a decision to make. I didn't think there was going to be a big discrepancy in their points, that they're about to get the same amount of touches, and they still might get the same amount of touches, but that doesn't really matter when you get like 2 yards a touch. So he got the majority of the snaps. So it looks like I'm not playing a Falcons running back unless Devontae Freeman's back. So I'm going to drop his ass. And I just, no offense to Brian Hill, I know he also tweeted out, I should apologize to fantasy owners, but don't want to. Or never mind. It's like, it's okay. We were just rooting for you. Like, we were rooting with you with all of our hearts. The only other people rooting for you was your mama and
your family,
your entire family, hardcore Falcons fans, and everybody that picked you up this week. And you'll let a third of those people down.
Not everybody.
I mean, maybe, but they got the win. Your job is only to help the Falcons win, and I mean, I guess you did that. Good job for you. I don't even know why you gotta troll us. All we were doing was rooting for you. That's all it was. All right, that's all I'm gonna say about that.
I'm okay with it. You know what? Next year we gotta do points per touch. All right.
That's stupid. So I was talking to one of the other members of the regular league, the TRL, the regular league, Team X Force. And I was telling him, I was like, oh, we might go to PPR. He was like, why aren't we in PPR? And I was like, well, I just feel like you shouldn't just get rewarded just because your guy gets volume. You're basically saying, like, nope, none of these other positions matter much. It just matters if you catch the ball because you're a wide receiver. I just don't really like it. And then he's just like, you know what? I agree with that. It shouldn't be just for volume. And I was like, thanks. he was like, I vote against PPR league. So if the Danny boys and the Denny singers get their way, Proposition B is that our league turns into a PPR league next year. Vote no on Proposition B.
But you're going against like some of the best corners, so yes, it's if you get in that many catches a game, you're working for it, and you're having people on you and everything, so you deserve a point.
Look, I just don't know. I just don't know if I'm gonna have Michael Thomas next year. If I do get Michael Thomas, then definitely we need to keep this. We need to go to a PPR league, and that's that. But if I don't get good wide receivers next year, then hey, maybe we gotta think about this.
Maybe we should.
Maybe there should be more of a discussion, more of a back and forth. Let's
PPR
open up. Let's keep an open forum, guys.
PPR 2020. If it's not PPR, we revolt. All right.
I don't know who you're revolting against. Revolting against me? You're
that's for sure.
You're revolting against Daddy the Sauce.
Sauce Daddy, more like Lost Daddy after this week, boy.
All right, well, that was pretty good. I feel like you thought of that earlier in the week, and we're just saving it up. We just put that one in the chamber.
It's nice. It's been cooking. I put it in the fat for a little bit.
Yep, it's just right. It's Goldilocks and the Three Bears, just right. All right, I'll take that.
So let's get into our news.
All right, Myles Garrett versus Mason Rudolph versus everybody else. So it seems like everyone's taking sides. It seems like everyone's pretty much on Mason Rudolph's side because he's the victim. But I like to say that Mason Rudolph wrote a check that his ass couldn't cash. Like, I feel like he started it. Okay, I understand Myles Garrett. Maybe tackled him after the play. But guess what? Like, he didn't know you threw the ball. How was he to know? There's no way. He doesn't have eyes on the back of his head. So
not only that, he went even after him after, like, to the end, he tried taking off his helmet first.
Oh, yeah, it's just like, why would you don't have a helmet on, you're charging up against a guy. He had big, my dad's a lawyer energy. Like, that's just what I felt. And then, like,
see how big this man's arms are?
Yeah, he would destroy you.
Yeah.
You're lucky your lineman was there. You're lucky DeCastro was there.
I feel like that's why he got confident, just because his linemen were there.
Yeah, also, maybe. Like I said, my dad is a lawyer energy. His lawyer dads just happen to be giant 300-pound men.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
So, I just think Myles Garrett. I've been following him for a while, obviously, being in College Station for so long, and I just feel like he's not the kind of guy to lose his cool. I understand maybe he's having a rough year, but I don't think this happens if Freddie Kitchen is a better head coach. I'm not making excuses for anybody. I'm not making excuses for Myles Garrett at all. Just like he seems like a guy that's super cool and collected, hasn't really done anything like this ever. And you can go back to games earlier this year, but either you're coaching it or you're allowing it to happen. And either way, that's on Freddie Kitchens. Like, this shouldn't have been allowed. This should have been stopped a long time ago. So
yeah, I see that, but coming from a past player, sometimes your emotions do get the best of you.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just like, especially when like your team isn't doing that good, that's when it's worse.
Mm-hmm.
Like, God damn it! Like, if you're always on the field, it's like that emotion of just like your offense not doing good. You're always on the field, and then
good thing you never had that.
Trying to get on you.
Good thing you never had
that. Yeah, but it's just like all that emotion just building up, building, and then to have this guy try to take off your helmet first and try to keep coming at you. But obviously, he still shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Like, that's a little too far.
Yeah, when everyone's just like, disgusting, I've never seen anything like this before. I was like, have you not been watching the NFL? Like, this isn't the craziest thing to happen. I think that like Andre Johnson versus Cortland Finnegan was some of the nastiest blows I've ever seen. And they're like,
full on fight.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, look at them throwing hands. I was like, Andre Johnson's throwing hands. Cortland Finnegan's taking hands. Like, he ain't doing he's getting beats by Andre. Thank you. I'll be here all podcast, all PCast. Sorry, I'm grabbing another cough drop. I'm grabbing another lozenge because I'm a basic bitch.
Of course.
Just because my throat hurts, okay? It ain't even allergies, bro. I don't know what it is. I'm just a little bitch sometimes.
So what do you think about him getting suspended indefinitely?
Okay, indefinitely. I think that's I feel like suspensions don't happen this fast. Like, I feel like it was a knee-jerk reaction. Like, people are like, oh, disgusting. It's the worst thing I've ever seen. He should be in jail. Like, I'm glad no one got hurt. Maybe if he got hurt, there should have been a heavier penalty because, like,
maybe that's why they have to enforce a penalty so that way it doesn't,
yeah,
like, they know, like,
and they're like, oh,
really
this is terrible for the league. I don't believe that. I think it's like, I know it's not good. This isn't a good thing, but neither are crashes in NASCAR. Oh, God, I'm dying.
Well, I feel like one's more inevitable than the other.
Which one?
Like one, you can stop the hitting the head and the helmet and all that, and then the crash is.
Oh God, I'm really dying.
So close to. Huh?
So I'm really dying.
Yeah, I mean, all right, bro. So who got? They got 3 people suspended. One of the Browns guy for kicking Myles Garrett. That guy was kicking him. He's like, "Fuck you for going after my quarterback." But yeah, of course, that's what linemen.
That's what linemen are supposed to do.
Protect your quarterback. Yeah.
It's like your little brother out there.
And like you were saying earlier in the week, you were surprised that no one else tried to go help Myles Garrett while 3 people were on him. Looks like one guy. One guy came in.
And he lost a game check because of it.
Yeah, but just one guy out of your whole team.
Yeah,
going back to maybe like you were saying, the coaching. It's like they don't feel like they're a team.
Yeah, exactly. It seems like everyone's frustrated, and the Browns won that game. They were winning that game. Like
they won.
Like you said, it's just probably frustration from the whole year. Like they were the dark horse pick to do something this year, and they started out the gate like 2-6 or whatever it was. So, yeah, I totally understand. He's frustrated, and I'm not, like we said, we're not making excuses for anybody. They're grown ass men. They know what the fuck they're doing. So yeah, I shouldn't have done it. Suspended for the rest of the year? I guess so. Like let's, but indefinitely, no. Like. Probably. Like he'll be, I think he'll be back. He'll just appeal it. Like,
yeah, he said they already showed that he's going to appeal it. Like,
yeah,
they already said.
So,
do you think Mason Rudolph should have been suspended at least a game or two, or you think just the fine?
Well, I mean, he got his.
People start fights also.
Yeah, so I hate that's the thing, right? The second guy always gets caught. Yeah. So. I think he should have got suspended, like, because with him, if he wasn't the aggressor, then none of this would have escalated. So I think everybody needs to be held accountable. So, like, even if, like, you get one over on another guy, doesn't matter. Like, you're not cool for doing that. Like, you should still get in trouble.
Yeah, because, like, Myles Garrett was really backing out. He took off his helmet. He got the flag still, and he was just like, all right, chillaxing. And then here goes Mason Rudolph coming at him with no helmet.
Yeah.
Like, bro.
Idiot. That's a guy who's never been.
Put yourself in that position.
That's a guy who's never been in a fight before. Like, don't even.
He put himself in that position to get hit. Like,
yeah.
He was already getting pushed back by your lineman, and you chose to go after him still.
Yeah, he got rocked, boy. I'm just looking at that picture on the thing. I was like, damn, boy, you got fucking rocked. If you would have got him, like,
with the crown.
Yeah, I was like, if it was the crown, dude, you'd be friggin'. He would have judged. Lawn duty Judge Judy. You would have just got Judge Judy, bro. He would have knocked you out.
Had like a waterman and looking like Gallagher over there.
Oh God. But yeah, and it was like, oh, it's just a real coward move. But dude, you were the one. You kicked him in the nuts twice and tried to take off his helmet first. Like, come on, bro. Like, don't act like we didn't just see the tape. Like, we didn't just see you acting a fool
like
too.
You were like not doing anything. It was just like, oh.
Whoa! I was over here volunteering at the soup kitchen, and Myles Garrett just hit me with a helmet. Like,
yeah. Exactly.
No, come on, bro. Like, we see that. We see it. Like, that's, like I said, he's a dad. My dad's a lawyer energy. Yeah. So, any other bits of news? I know we want to talk about one big old bits of news, but I had something talking about the NCAA. But I don't know if you want to wait. If you want to add some more to Myles Garrett.
No, that's pretty much it. I mean, I feel like that suspension for the whole year was good. I thought Mason Rudolph was going to get suspended also. Surprised he wasn't. Other than that.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure the Steelers are like, suspend him.
Please.
Let us get Colin Kaepernick.
How's Colin Kaepernick? I mean, can't be doing worse than Mason Rudolph.
Yeah, who cares? It doesn't matter anymore. But before we get into Colin Kaepernick, because we definitely need to jump into that. I was watching a John Oliver video talking about the NCAA, and I thought he had a really good anecdote, because we always crap on the NCAA on this podcast, because take that. But it says the NCAA pays an education that they can't take advantage of because they have to participate in sports teams. Like Richard Sherman, went on. He was just like, yeah, like you try and maintain grades. Like you wake up in the morning, you got to go work out. After that, you got to do this. And then you got to go to your classes. And then after your classes, you got to go to practice. And after practice, you got to watch film. Like, and then are you going to want to do homework at 9 o'clock at night? Or are you going to want to go to bed? Like
after a good workout, I just like physically just feel like, just like drained. I can only imagine still having to go to class, still having to listen, take notes, and then do homework and get ready for a test. But also study for the game that you're about to play.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like, no, it's like, they work overtime on those games. Like you say what they want, like glory, all that stuff. No, they put in hours on that. It's a job.
Yeah.
And so, especially like you're talking about like your Power 5 conference teams, like there's no way they're not putting in a lot of work. And then, because if they didn't, you'd be like, what the fuck? These guys don't even want to play out there.
Yeah, it's like, oh, look, we're giving this money for nothing.
And he's like, John Oliver said, he's like, it's like if you were trying to hire a full-time nurse and you're like, but we're not going to pay you in money, we're going to pay you in trumpet lessons. I thought it was really funny. And then they said that the term, they're like, oh, we can't make them professionals because they're student athletes. The term student athletes was created in the 1930s to avoid workman's comp. And it's just like...
And to like keep it that way just for so long.
Yeah. And there's just like... because this is the way it's always been is a terrible reason to keep something going.
Yeah. Say a lot of things to that.
Yeah, definitely. But... I was just like, I work for the university. Like, I'm sure these guys put in way more hours than I do. Like, they shouldn't. Like, people are like, oh, we're gonna make them professionals now. No, like, you can make. I don't see why. Like, I don't see why the person selling their jersey makes $10 an hour and they don't get any money for their likeness. I know it's changed now, but like, it's still probably there's still some people that won't get any money probably.
Yeah, because I mean, only like the top players are going to get paid for the likeness. Like, of course, your secondary guys like that aren't that good aren't really going to get paid anything.
My mom said, "I love John Oliver."
Nice.
I think she's the one that put me onto him. But he really won me over when he did the WWE thing.
Oh yeah, that's the one I've seen. I haven't seen this NCAA one, but I figured it was going to be.
Yeah, this one's like 4 years old. I was like, hey, still doing it.
I mean, it's a step in the right direction. They're getting maybe sooner or later. They'll like everyone who gets to play, who plays on the team, will get a little bit of something, just to help out. Like it ain't easy.
Okay, so let's. You want to move on to Colin Kaepernick?
Colin Kaepernick, that boy. What's he gonna do? Want to work out here? No, I want to work out over here. Why? Because
the media, man. Because the NFL, they're running from me. How are they running from you if they opened up a workout for you, or 25 NFL teams are showing up to watch you? They're like, well, they won't.
Going to a job interview, you're like, okay, we meet here, and then you go and call your interviewer and be like, no, actually, I want to meet over here.
Yeah.
What? It's like, bro, you're out of a job. He's like, you're trying to help yourself to get into it, and this is how you're going to do it already?
Yeah, I was just like, if I was trying to hire you, I'd be like, nah, fam.
Like, already? Like, you're not even hired by me yet.
So I just felt like it was just, one, it was super unprofessional, and I never agree with Stephen A. Smith. But Stephen A. Smith had to say that Colin Kaepernick ain't trying to play in the NFL. Like, he's just using this platform to advance whatever to promote himself and advance whatever he's protesting. Not that I'm not here saying that whatever he's trying to accomplish isn't a good thing. Obviously, like, was it police brutality is what he was protesting against? I understand that, but like, you know how you're going to be able to do that if you get a job in the NFL. Like, you'll have a platform every Sunday. Hopefully, like, if you find a better way that maybe a better compromise of a protest, but I understand protests aren't supposed to be convenient. But like, find a different way, find a different outlet of how to express yourself or your feelings, or how to promote that, but also you'll be making more money. That way you can feed it into what you're trying to, like, raise money for, create awareness for, stuff like that. And I just feel like this was a terrible way to go about this, because now this is probably where his NFL road ends.
Yeah, like, not even that. Like, not only that, he still had like a mediocre tryout.
Yeah.
I was reading some of the reports. I don't know who did them, but it was just like 4 people scouting reports. They're saying he still has like a good, like strong arm, but he's still not that accurate. It's like on the deep balls, he was still inaccurate passing. It's like, oh,
yeah.
Like first the controversy of you changing it, and then for you to have just a mediocre like.
And for you to still be ass, bro.
It's like.
People are like, collusion. They've been colluding against me for 3 years. I'm like, really? Because everyone forgot about you because you were the backup for a bad 49ers team.
Like I know how they're doing now.
Yeah, they don't need you. They went to the workout though.
Did they?
49ers, yeah. And like you just ruined a bunch of I don't know. I do know. What a fool.
Do you think he can be a starting quarterback there? Like. You can take either like Mason Rudolph, as we were talking about, or someone else's job.
I don't think so. Like I don't know. Like when there's something, I don't know if I've ever said this before, but I had the fear that Dak Prescott was going to be Colin Kaepernick. Like he was going to come on and just light up the league. Yeah, and then like especially like in season 2. Where he went 9-7, I was like, "Oh, dude, this is like big Colin Kaepernick vibes. Do really well. I think they got to the championship round. No, they got to the Super Bowl against the Ravens, and then they lost. And then he was just never the same. Went 9-7 the next year, missed the playoffs, and then they went like 4-11, and then they won like 1 game his last year as a starter.
Just kept on declining. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just like, hopefully they don't figure out Dak. And then last year, obviously, Dak just evolved, and like he continued. I guess more this year, he continues to evolve as a quarterback. And now that run game's not working, let me just throw for 400 yards, and because the defense can't stop a dang thing.
Are you gonna pay that man? We'll just franchise tag him.
Oh, whatever. That's yeah, where they paid Ziegler first or second play of the game. And I was just
so not get into that yet.
No, sorry. So I was telling you that I was looking for a song for a certain segment in the show, and now I'm trying to find it really quick. I think it's called.
Is it it's a good one?
No, but that's the only one I could find.
It's
so
not good.
It's gonna be.
It'll have to do.
Yeah, hold on, let me find it.
Such short notice, and we didn't have a whole week to prepare or anything.
I know, that's what I'm saying, bro. Hold on, here it comes. This isn't a really good one, but we're gonna do it. All right, you get included against for 3 years, and finally get your opportunity to just play football, and you don't show up. Number sir. Sit your ass down. And
so
this has
we're
been.
Going into the number sir segue.
All right, go for it. And this is the next number sir. Hit it with a after murder.
The number sir was the Saints versus the Buccaneers. Jameis Winston throwing it to his tight end. Tight end catches it, bobbles it, trying to catch it behind his back. Gets popped, ball up in the air, intercepted by Demario Davis.
Number sir.
If you try to catch the ball in your back, you're going to have a bad time.
And this has been Number Sir. Thank you. That was all right. It was better in my head. As soon as I played it, I was like, this doesn't really work. But we're going to do it anyways.
Cartoony vibes,
Yeah.
Like Pixar.
Yeah, it's just like, I imagine like, really like slapstick stuff, like C-3PO like slipping on a pipe or something. Like, whoa. Some, or Jar Jar Binks. Sorry, what am I thinking? Jar Jar Binks for sure. Sorry, I didn't mean that.
I just want to do a little shout out before we get into the NCAA.
All right, yeah, let's. I think I know what you're going to shout out. But we
tweeted it out. Playoff game. I don't know if you guys saw it. Yes, Sneagle tweeted out on Balling with the Boys. Our running back had a Marshawn Lynch-esque run. Beast mode, breaking like 5 tackles, spinning around with no blockers in front of him. Marshawn Lynch had blockers. It was literally the Mercedes guy versus all the other people. And he spun them out, freaking stiff-armed them, ran over, broke some tackles, and made it in for like a 54-yard touchdown. If you haven't seen the video, go check it out. What's the at Balling with the Boys?
Mm-hmm. Or at Ballin' Boys on Twitter.
Or at Balling Boys. Shared it there. Check it out. Trust me, it's a must-see video.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
We added ESPN. Let's see.
Maybe. Let's see. Let's hope for them. He's just like, oh, he's going to get me a whoop. I can't do it as well as Chris Berman. I'm sorry. I tried my best.
It was a beast mode run. It was super hyped when I was watching it.
Did everybody go nuts, bro?
Dude, everyone was going crazy, and the other team was just like silent.
Oh, damn.
Sadly, they lost that playoff game. Should have won it. Bad coaching. It was just horrible.
My dad's a coach. He's going to be mad. I'm just kidding. All right, so we'll talk about NCAA for a little bit. I don't imagine you saw a ton of it. Did you see any games?
No, I was driving back up here to the Antonio.
I think the biggest news out of college football this week is Tua Tagovailoa shattered his hip.
Are you still trying to tank for Tango Tuatova?
Yeah. Shit, I said his name right. No, I think I'm tanking for Fromm or what are the other guys' names? Burrow, Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow. But yeah, on
Barry
that play,
for Burrow.
I saw that play where he got hurt, and I was like, oh, you could tell real bad. And then they're trying to walk him off the field. I was like, who is this? You could see this guy's in pain, and you're trying to walk him off. Like his hip is hurting. It's like, just walk it off, kid. Come on.
Yeah,
no.
What are you thinking?
I was like,
walk it off, pussy.
Yeah, but you could tell like his leg was just like in a little bit. It's like, oh my god, and he was in pain. He was crying so much. I just felt bad for him.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it doesn't affect him in the future in his running. What did they say? What it was exactly?
I think that they were checking. I didn't hear anything definitive on it, but I know that they're looking for a fracture in his posterior wall.
But he did get surgery on it, right?
I'm sure he did. They're saying this will affect his draft stock, and I heard on Fox Sports 1, Colin Cowherd was like, this is probably a good thing. Like, I know it doesn't seem like it right now, but guess what? You're going to fall out of the top 10. Ooh, it sounds bad, right? But you're going to go to a much better team.
Yeah.
He's like, you might lose money. Yeah, he's like, you might lose some money. You're going to lose some money, but you're going to go on a more complete team where you're like the missing piece. Not where, hey, let's get this guy to get people to come to the games, and then we'll build around him. Like, I don't think quarterbacks – I said, okay, I don't know if that's right. I was like, I don't think quarterbacks should be number one overall pick. Because if you guys are having the number one overall pick, there's probably more pressing issues on your football team.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, I'm always saying, like, I didn't say this at first. I was definitely like, yeah, let's get the flashy guys. Let's do all that cool stuff. But then after watching the Cowboys for so long, hey, build that offensive line.
Yeah, you kind of need one of those, right?
Yeah.
It's very useful. Yeah, I was about to get into the Saints. Wait.
Oh, sorry. So we didn't watch a ton of.
I was reading up on his thing, but not only did he, so it was just a dislocated hip. He had surgery on it, got it fixed. But on that play, he also got concussed and broke his nose on that hit.
Jesus.
Yeah, but they fixed his nose and everything too. But I was like, oh my god.
It turns out no, Nick Saban just punched him in the nose as he got carted off.
He went into the locker room. This is all your fucking fault. Boom.
You made Jalen Hurts leave.
I don't know if you guys seen a Division III, but he's looking like that coach. I'll break your fucking head.
Definitely. So I want
to
talk.
What kind of hit do you have to give? Well, I mean, I guess it was like 3 people like sandwiching him, right? So dislocated hip, broken nose, and got concussed.
The defense was having a party, and they met at Tua Tagovailoa.
As a lineman, what do you even feel after that? It's like, oh shit, dude.
Do you feel? Are you asking if you feel remorse?
Yeah.
I always think yes, but sometimes like, in the moment, I'm pretty sure he's like, hell yeah, they talked about.
No. I'm talking about the offensive lineman. Letting them
through.
Yeah, the defense, I would, like, not to be me, I was a defensive player, but I don't care if I hurt anybody.
I'm going to tell. I'm telling.
Yeah, it's kind of mean.
I'm telling you, UIL.
Oh, yeah, they're going to go and suspend my record or whatever.
Yeah. They're gonna hear about this.
Lineman, did it feel like what's that guy's name from? What's that one show? For Skeeter and all those, the ones like Team.
Oh, the Varsity Blues.
Yeah, but what's
Billy Bob?
Billy, yeah. Did it feel like Billy Bob on her? Like it was my fault.
Too fat, Billy Bob. Too slow and dumb.
Would you ever feel? I don't know if you ever missed a block as a receiver.
No, I never did.
They never got past me once.
No, they got past me one time, and I felt like, well, I wouldn't say that. I missed a block one time. I remember real bad, and Matt got blown up in the backfield, and I was like, "Ooh, that guy's just pretty good." But the one guy I had to block was the only guy that did anything from that Valley View team. Okay, he ended up going to Kingsville, or Texas A&M Kingsville. Like he wasn't a pushover. Like, and they're like, "Why can't you block this guy?" I was like, "Because he's huge."
You see, he's like 6'3".
Yeah, and they were like, "Why can't you block him? You just chop him." I was like, "I don't like to chop." I feel like
I see a lot of people do. I mean, sometimes you kind of need to.
No.
If the guy's that dominant and that big.
Well, he only got past me one time.
And we switched up the blockers.
No, because I got taken out of the game. I'm just kidding. I remember that game. Not to sound like too much of a has-been, but I remember that game. Like that was the only like time I was like physically like when like I'm obviously I was tired before, but like where I'm like huffing and puffing, like I'm about to pass out, tired.
Like just get me out of here, score.
No, I was like, let's score, throw an interception. God damn it, I'm fucking tired.
And that's because you guys get switched out. Us on defense.
I wasn't getting for whatever reason. I didn't get switched out that drive. I was like, somebody.
I wanted to. Bad.
Yeah. So.
All right. With any other NCAA, I saw the Texas loss. They just got back into the top 25, and they go ahead and lose the game.
And they're out.
Iowa State, I think.
So TCU versus Texas Tech. Tech was down 24-3. They battled back. There was 4 lead changes in the second half. The defense stops TCU with 2.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Ball on the 20, and this is after they throw a pick. So they just got it back. Ball's on the 20. First play, receiver catches it, fumbles it.
Oh, that is gotta be the worst.
Like,
and I've seen that happen though to the Saints. I remember watching like a playoff game. I think it was. Every time they go right down the middle, I always feel that. Like, it's a little slant route, and I was like, oh, watch it. The linebacker's coming. You don't see him. And, of course, the ball always comes out. But, yeah, I felt that.
Yeah, for sure. I was going to do the college football playoff rankings, but I feel like we should do that after a week where we watch a lot of college football.
Yeah. But also, one game I did watch towards the end, I was at a little house party, but one game I did watch was
Weird
that
flex.
Baylor versus... Weird flex, yes.
Dude, I turned it off. It was 24-10 or whatever, and I turned it off, bro.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it was. I was just like peeking at the score, and then at the end, it got very interesting. I just want to let you guys know it was very popular. So yeah, but no, I was watching that game, the Baylor and who was it? Baylor and Oklahoma game, and that was a crazy game. I was like, oh my gosh, what is going on? Like, it just turned out.
Dude, Baylor had it, bro.
Hate it. And
I wonder where they would have been ranked, dude.
If they would have beat Oklahoma?
Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter now, but I was like, you guys are breaking the top 10 for sure.
Yeah. I'd say like 8.
And if they win the Big 12, do you think they make it into the playoffs? It doesn't matter.
Depends on how the other teams do. Yeah. I'd have to see how the other teams, like if they continue to keep winning or not, but yeah, so, now it doesn't matter. You don't have to speculate anything because they lost.
My thing, I was talking to somebody yesterday, and then I was thinking, like, I think they should change the format. I think it's too like, opinionated, too, like, judgment. Like, everything's like a judgment call, like, for the committee and stuff like that. I understand. Don't go back to the BCS where a computer figures out everything. But I think you should have the Power 5 conferences, right? Have all 5 conference winners go. And have 3 at-large bids. So you're basically like, you're going to have some of those guys in the top 4 anyways, right?
Uh-huh.
And then now you have 3 at-large bids, so you could do that for like the UCFs of the world, the undefeated teams that are battling the one-loss Utahs, who don't normally get a chance, the Mountain West team, something like that.
So they get like rewarded for their undefeated season because they still went undefeated and deserve like a little something.
Yeah, so that way I feel like that's where they can get in. Like they won't get in otherwise. And then I know like it is a lot. It's a lot of games, but like I know that. Like I just don't know how long do you want football season to last? Well, not every game means a lot of stuff. Like, no, everyone loves a comeback story. Who doesn't love an underdog story? Like, the first, like, who doesn't love, like, a playoff run? Like, the first year we had the playoffs, the number 4 seed won. So, that would have never happened if it wasn't for the playoffs. I say just expand it. I know, like, well, this would be a slippery slope. Where do you stop expanding? Here, this is where you stop expanding it.
Yeah, that's what I was doing for the Nationals, the underdogs.
All right, no one likes that one. No, except for that underdog. Whatever, bro. Nationals are stealing signs, probably.
Still what?
What? They're stealing signs, bro. They were not. They weren't letting the Astros steal signs, bro. That was so messed up.
So wait, I saw that. Is there like big implications if the Astros might lose something? I was like, a season crippling decision might be made. I was like, oh shit, what's about to happen? They're about to lose Tuve. They're about to lose some people. I
didn't see any of that. I think we're gonna be just fine. I don't care what anybody says. I don't.
Yeah, I wasn't watching that we'll talk in the NFL. We got a comment.
See what's up, fellas? Yes, I sure did, because I was on the phone with somebody who had Dalvin Cook in fantasy, and they were just crying about it. They were just crying about Dalvin Cook has scored, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, shut up, you crying. And then he scored. I was like, shut up, you crying ass baby. He's like, crying ass baby gets the bottle. I was like, crying ass baby gets the tit.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I saw that game. I was like, damn, these Broncos are like pretty good, I guess. And then they slowly started to climb back.
Yeah, insane. I was getting so mad though. I was like, the Vikings couldn't have done this last week, huh? You guys couldn't have just not shown up last week.
I was like, what are
but
you
apparently
doing?
They showed up anyways. So I'm very sorry, Rice. Oh, dude, you're here from last week, bro. Thanks for coming back. We appreciate it. But yeah, that was a pretty rough game, I imagine, for Broncos fans. La Pina signed an extension with the Astros. I'm guessing that's your Yuli Gurriel, because he looks like Executor from Pokemon. As a shout out, only a select amount of people will get that. Big Astros fans, big Pokemon fans.
Yeah, so I guess we're going to the NFL already then?
Let's hop into it. We'll go ahead and start with the Broncos and Vikings. I was trying to stream a tight end this week. I picked Eric Ebron. Bad time, bad choice. But I was going to pick up Noah Fant. I had him, and then I went and dropped him and picked up Eric Ebron. Why? Because I'm a tinkerer, all right? Let me be me. Let me live my truth. And it turns out that every Broncos tight end was going to score. Fumagalli from Wisconsin scored, Noah Fant scored, and somebody else scored. I didn't see. I like y'all's broadcast and stuff. We very much appreciate that, Rice. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, this is why we do it, to make new sports friends.
And maybe I should have tinkered a little bit more in that game, because I was not aware that Adam Thielen was out.
Yeah.
And I could have won my game, because if you guys didn't hear in the beginning, I lost to a 0-10 team by 0.6 points.
Because you're still a piece of garbage.
And I started Adam Thielen not knowing that he had gone out. I usually get notifications. I'm usually on top of it, but I just was not looking. I had no idea what I was doing.
Dad, how you feel about Adam Thielen this year? You getting frustrated with him too?
Oh, dude. Your dad?
Yeah. Oh, my dad's here. I wanted to do something because I know we talk about the Cowboys a lot. And the Cowboys, I remember, this week, they were supposed to get off to a fast start because last week they took too long to get it going. This week, so what did they do? First pass, incompletion. Second play, fumbled by Ezekiel Elliott, and then they let the Lions score. So I want to read you guys what I got after the Lions score from my father. I want a whole new coaching staff. Keep no one. I want new strength coaches, new secretaries in the offices. Complete turnover. Fire Rowdy 2.
Fire everybody. You know what? Fire freaking Jerry Jones.
No,
right?
if
New
only.
owner.
If only. I want new program hand routers at the stadium. I want new hot dog vendors. We had everybody.
Yeah, I was watching that game kind of. It was like in and out of it because the Saints were playing at the same time. But I was like, you guys know you're playing against the backup quarterback for the Lions, right? He's like, it's not the starter.
Look, obviously, Rod Marinelli had Jeff Driscoll streaming on his fantasy team. So that is
he
that.
needed him to do good. You know?
My dad said he picked up Cobb. There you go. Hey, they beat teams under 500. They sure, except the Jets. except Sam Darnold coming off mono. He's undefeated in his first game coming off mono in his career. I just want everybody undefeated. Hey, whoa, wait. He's pretty good. They're basically the 2007 Patriots when he's coming off his mono.
Off of mono.
Yes. Look, who would have thought? Who would have thought?
Definitely not you.
Yeah, definitely not me. But who do you think has a great game tonight in Mexico? I like that they're going to Mexico City, and I hope Tyreek Hill has a game of a lifetime.
Patrick Mahomes is going to light it up for sure. He's going to be...
Travis Kelce is... I think they left him in Kansas City. He didn't even get on the plane. Melvin Gordon scores all day.
Not just go to one person. Patrick Mahomes is going to go off. He's going to be the player of the game for sure. That's my guess.
Okay, well, since we're already on Chiefs versus Chargers, I'm pretty sure we all take the Chiefs tonight.
Yeah, for sure. I have no faith in the Chargers.
Yeah,
because I have Austin Eckler. I mean, he still does good for being a backup, but
because they use him in the receiving game.
Yeah, that's the only reason why he gets any points. Because Melvin Gordon is starting to come into his own now. He's starting to look like Melvin Gordon. He didn't when he first came back a little bit.
Yeah, he was looking like Monte Ball. There's another Wisconsin running back that just didn't live up to potential. So.
You get a little bit of Wisconsin types every now and then, right?
It's all right. Jonathan Taylor, no, we're not going to go into it.
Bryce says, but Lamar Jackson is electric. Yes, I know.
Yeah, definitely.
Fantasy, and he had like 35 points. I was like, please, someone stop that man. What is going on?
I don't think anybody can. Like I said,
try?
the only chance anybody has to go against him in fantasy is that the Ravens blow him out so much that they put RG3 in.
RG3 in. But by that point, he's already scored 20, 25 points.
Dude, and now their defense is going off. What the heck, bro? I thought Deshaun Watson was going to be in a shutout, but no, yeah. What the heck, bro? I had Deshaun Watson in fantasy. He got 3 points, bro. My kicker outscored him.
A kicker can outscore, yeah.
Yeah, by making one field goal and an extra point. Bull.
That is so crazy. I don't know. Because sometimes Deshaun Watson looks great, but apparently he has games I guess he really doesn't have games.
He had not this year. I think his worst performance was probably 12 points. So but he only had 1 or 2 games in the teens. All the other ones were 20. He scored 41 points one week. What the heck, bro?
Just to go down to 3. Yeah, I think they said this is the biggest loss. Obviously, they don't have any high school records, but they had the college, and I'm pretty sure this is the biggest loss for a lot of quarterbacks if they were to lose by that much.
Yeah, definitely. Apparently he hadn't had a loss more than 8 points as a starter in the NFL. Isn't that insane?
Yeah, that's so crazy. I guess the Texans are always in it, and they just lose it at the end.
Yeah. But yeah, the Ravens always has a stout defense. Yeah, I think it's just a culture. They were talking about it earlier today. It's just a culture, man. Ray Lewis and Ed Reed and they just want to, emulate them. It's just a culture.
Focus on that defense.
Yeah. And, they're really great. They're popping off right now. I think they're the scariest team right now just because we don't know where Lamar Jackson's ceiling is. We don't know how far he can go.
He seems to be getting better and better, and you don't know what he's going to do next. How do you game plan for that guy?
I don't know.
What are you supposed to do?
The genius couldn't do it. Bill Belichick didn't know what the heck to do.
Yeah, I saw that he said during this month, Lamar Jackson has beat Tom Brady, Russell Wilson, and Jimmy Garoppolo?
And Deshaun Watson. No, Deshaun Watson. Not Jimmy
Deshaun
Garoppolo.
Watson. I think that's who it was. Deshaun Watson.
I think he's the front runner for the MVP. I love Russell Wilson. I think he's doing great, but Lamar won the head to head. What else?
Yeah.
What else do you want?
He's just going off. I'm not saying that Russell Wilson isn't, but Lamar Jackson is just on another level this year.
100%. So what do you Rice? What do you think about? I know we talked about it a little bit. What do you think about Brandon Allen? Do you think Drew Lock's going to come in next week, or you think they're going to go ahead and Joe Flacco? Is he coming back? He can't, right? He's on the IR, I thought.
Joe Flacco?
Yeah.
What happened to him?
He talks smack about the offense, so John Elway hit him with a pipe.
Like,
I don't know exactly what happened. Put a lot of speed on the field, guard Lamar with the safety. Yeah, but then what happens? You got one safety back there. Yeah, now you got 1-on-1. Now you just go over the top, and he's got a rocket for an arm. Then you got Hollywood Brown running down, catching that thing. Like it's hard, man.
Yeah, it definitely is hard.
I mean, like I said, the Patriots couldn't figure it out, and I had the defense that week, and they really.
And they have Mark Ingram. Dude, that guy is a beast. I wish we didn't let him go. The Saints, but I mean, he wanted too much money. But he is a beast, and he is top tier hype man of all time. I don't know if you saw the post interview hyping up Lamar Jackson.
Hell
top
yeah,
tier.
Man. Dude, I want to go. Allen is probably going to play, but it won't matter. Like, but what do you think? Is he like? Is he the future? Is Drew Lock the future? Is their future not on their team yet? Stuff like that. I'm just gonna, because I don't really know. Like, I didn't sit there and watch it. I know he won his first week, which I thought was crazy, and then he came back this week. And they got out to a very strong lead. That's all I'm going to say about that. Not trying to reopen wounds for you.
Yeah, I was like, the Vikings are trash.
Well, I think they played adequately, and then they just went off on the Cowboys, I guess. Whatever. I don't even care. I'm trying to look at the standings. Because I wanted to say maybe we do an update of our playoff predictions at the halfway mark.
Of the NFL?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you mean? Like, who's gonna be number one seed in NFC and all that stuff, or what?
Yeah, just kind of like we'll go through it. Who's gonna win each division? Where are the 2 wild cards at?
Okay, so AFC East,
easy
Patriots. Yeah. Oh, get never that. I mean, the Buffaloes are getting they have a good defense and everything, but New England is still just a beast still.
They
AFC North. Yep.
Ravens.
Bengals. Wait, nah, for sure. Yeah, Ravens. As we were talking about them, Lamar, defense, Ingram. There's just too many weapons. They're just too good right now.
And that defense is just going off.
AFC South. Ooh. I feel like the Texans are gonna take it.
Yeah, I think they were my pick. So I think I'm just gonna stick with that. I think the Colts are playing well enough to win, but they also just lost to the Dolphins. So
the mighty Dolphins, bro.
And then in the AFC West, I think the Chiefs are still gonna win. I know, like, the Raiders are there, but I'm not sold on the Raiders just yet.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel like the Chiefs are gonna take it too.
Now, who's gonna get the wild
Josh
card?
Jacobs guy's pretty good. I have him on my fantasy. Pretty good little running back, and I can only imagine how like a little bit better that defense would have been if they would have been able to keep their first round safety. But that guy got hurt in like the first game.
All right, so we got Oakland, Tennessee, Indianapolis, Pittsburgh, Buffalo for the 2 wild card spots. I don't think Pittsburgh is gonna do much of anything. Tennessee, I don't know. I feel like Ryan Tannehill just keeps putting them in positions to win, man. So I feel like they're kind of the dark horse in this. Like, they shouldn't be in it, and I don't think they'll do anything if they get to the playoffs.
But you feel like they're gonna somehow squeeze in there.
They could do it. Yeah. Because Oakland Raiders, I feel like it's probably theirs to lose, or that's actually the Bills' spot to lose. I feel like.
Yeah.
So.
But I feel like the Bills are just gonna like take it. Like, they'll be fine.
Okay.
The defense is still pretty good. Like, I mean, they're letting a lot more points be scored because I have them on my fantasy, so I know. I feel like they're still good enough.
Sweet. I got to catch up on some. You have to negotiate a speed, have someone to catch him, make somebody else on that team beat you. Buffalo and Oakland. So, yeah, I think Buffalo, and I'm going to say a dark horse. I'm going to go ahead and put no, because of Colts.
Titans.
I want to say the Titans, but it's probably going to be like the Colts or something. All right, Colts and the Bills.
Colts and Bills. All right, nice.
I don't know why. Like, I just feel like Hard Knocks teams never do well. That's why I'm not going with the Raiders.
I was onto the
NFC. I'm definitely going to say the Cowboys, and if you say the Eagles, we're going to end the podcast.
No, I don't know, bro, because the Cowboys are like 50, but I feel like everybody, like the Eagles are like 50. You don't know what you're going to get. They play down to everybody.
Like,
But they almost had it against the Patriots. They only lost by 7.
Yeah, and then how much did they lose by to the Cowboys, bro?
Yeah, that's why I was like, that division is just so weird. But I guess I just picked the Cowboys. Dak Prescott is doing great, and eventually that running game is going to pick back up. It's not always going to be bad. So yeah, I feel like the Cowboys are still going to take it.
Now, Rice, I don't think that's too outlandish. Like, we don't know, like, how good. We don't know.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah, how consistent he's going to be.
A lot of people say that he's the weak link. Well, I don't know a lot, but I just saw Stephen A. say that. I don't know.
And that guy's a fool. But no, I think there's a very good chance of that happening. You know, I think that we're gonna say that until we see something different. You know, like I know 8-1, and that's really awesome for him and his team. But we just got to see it first before we can say like, oh, they're gonna make it all the way to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So the NFC North, who do you have?
I was saying Green Bay. I picked Green Bay in the beginning. I'm gonna say Green Bay again.
I would say Vikings.
All right.
They look like they're getting hot. Maybe Kirk Cousins is finally getting a little bit better. But
Ooh, so hot. Ooh.
Yeah, I say the Vikings are gonna take the NFC North.
All right, NFC South, Atlanta Falcons.
Yo boys.
And the Falcons. Yeah.
The Who Dat Nation. The Saints.
Hot Atlanta all day.
Atlanta, that man is.
Nah,
I mean, they're
Saints,
on a 2-win streak now.
Saints got that, and San Francisco in the I think the Seahawks. Boom, win it.
Seahawks.
Yeah. Sneak in there.
Nah, I'm sticking with the 49ers.
All right. So I picked that one.
Although I don't have faith in their quarterback.
Picked that one with a little heart for Russell Wilson because he's the man. I love that guy.
Because he was from Wisconsin?
Yes.
That's exactly why.
Mm-hmm. But when he plays against the Cowboys, I hate him.
All right, so then the 2 wild cards, who do you think they're going to be?
Niners and Vikings. Yeah, there. I'm just like looking at these trends, bro, and I'm like, I don't see the Rams offense taking off anytime soon. So I just don't. I think they're gonna miss the playoffs. And the Panthers, I think the Kyle Allen peak is already coming down.
Yeah.
And the Bears ain't doing jack. And I think
Trubisky is. I feel bad for that defense. Like they're trying, but
yep.
Just that Mr. Trubisky can't do anything. I was watching that game. I was like 3 and out. At the end, I was hoping for him to do like a touchdown or something, but I was like, dang, bro.
Yeah, I don't even.
Yeah, for my pick the Seahawks. Let's see who else.
The GOAT Tom Brady voted for Trump. Trump my joy said that. Who would have thought?
Trump my joy.
Seattle wins division. Super Bowl will be New Orleans and Baltimore.
That's what I like to hear.
49ers and Vikings wild card. Yep, that's what I said too. Me and Rice are on the same wavelength. Yeah, I think I want to say the Cowboys will win their wild card game that week, but I don't know. I honestly don't know. I was looking through that, and the only team I was like, maybe they can beat them was the Vikings, and last week happened. And so I was like, well, I don't know. I don't know if they can beat anybody.
Yeah, that's how I always feel with the Cowboys. I was like, I don't know.
Who knows? They're talented enough to be the number 1 seed, but they can also lose to the Jets.
I mean, Saints can't say any much better. They lost to the Falcons too. But boys, Michael Thomas on another level.
Yeah, that guy's pretty dang good.
Every time he's gone 100 yards each game or something like that.
Dang, bro, and he did a lot of
those.
Record, boy. He did a lot of those with Teddy Bridgewater, bro. Sometimes a gadget quarterback Taysom Hill.
They'll put Taysom Hill back there, and he did. He got a little toe drag swag last week.
Toe drag swag.
With Taysom Hill back
Depends
there,
on if they can beat a team over 500. I don't know. I can't tell you with honesty if they will. I think they're going to get schmurdered by the Patriots on Sunday.
Who is their? They played Patriots this next Sunday.
Yep. Ooh, is right. I think that they might beat the Bills on Thanksgiving. Because the Bills are also a team that only beats bad teams. So who's gonna win? Who's gonna do it? So who knows?
Bad team beater out there.
Yeah, and they're like, wait, we didn't lose to the Jets. So who knows?
Trump. We have Trump in the chat.
Oh,
Super
very
Bowl
cool.
Patriots will versus 49ers, and the GOAT Tom Brady will rise again. He has risen for the 7th time. This man does not know how to stay down.
He's the 7th, and on the 7th chip, he rested. Thank you.
So you think if Tom Brady wins one more, he'll just like, I'm done?
I don't know. I feel like he's kind of. I saw said he was pretty disappointed in the offense in the press conference. I don't know, man. I don't think he was still going to be here. Like
at 42 years old, oldest quarterback.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Who knows? He's going to stop playing when he wants to stop. Gisele's the breadwinner, so he doesn't even have to. He doesn't care how much he gets paid. He's doing this for fun.
Yeah, why would he still want to play football if he has her back at home?
Yeah, I was like, so is he ever really a loser?
He's bad no matter what.
Yeah.
He has to go home to his wife. Oh no. This is what I have to go home to.
No. Oh man, I don't know what that guy's gonna do.
He doesn't even need another Super Bowl championship ring.
No. He is literally the GOAT.
They need it. All right.
People can say anything they want.
How many times I got my heart broken in the playoffs already?
Yeah, look, shut up. Shut your mouth. You know who you're talking to?
2 years back to back.
What?
All right.
Oh. That's your fault.
Yes. How is that my fault?
Because you thought they were going to win, you idiot. Have zero expectations and you will never be disappointed. Cowboys every year.
You're right.
Yep, I know. I've been doing this a while. Brady is the high school prom king. He has everything. I hate him.
That's why a lot of people hate him.
Yeah,
everyone says they hate Tom Brady. But I was like, do you really hate him or just because he's so good? It's like, everyone's always like, nah, he's a cheater and this, that.
Blah, blah, blah. Shut up.
If
you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, bruh. The game, the girl, the life. The sick cars.
The triple threat.
He's got sick dance moves.
Sick dance moves? I haven't seen that.
I'm just kidding. I have no idea.
Cut the rug.
Anyways, talking about cutting a rug, how about Zeke doing his best Dak impersonation after he scores a touchdown? Did you not see that?
It was no, I did. It was just not that good.
But
I saw on the Saints game.
Dak's hips don't lie.
Intimidation is the best form of flattery or something like that, and they're showing how Drew Brees has been doing that for years. But now that Dak does it, everyone wants to get behind him. They want to get behind him. Right?
Oh yeah.
With those kind of hip movement.
His hips don't they don't lie, and they also thrive, baby.
Yeah, Zeke was a little stiff on those dance moves.
Yeah, it's all right. He needs to warm up. He needs to go back to Cancun.
Get him back there, parents.
He's doing that rejuvenation thing that's in that Paul Rudd Netflix show, The Spa. Glad Zeke quit eating. It's showing, dude, for real. They cannot get that running game going, but they got him involved.
Tony Pollard did good. I saw.
Yeah, look at Tony Pollard.
Was it a screen pass or just a little check down?
Yeah, it was a check down on one of them, and the other one was like a pitch. He was coming in motion, and then they got it, and he tossed it in front of him, and then he just kept running. That was really good. He's a good explosive guy. Nice change of pace, and I don't know why they don't use him more. I think when he gets like 10 touches or something like that, they win. It could be like it could be uncorrelated. Correlation doesn't mean causation. But it could be like, oh, they're up, so they put him in the game.
And then, yes, yeah, that's true.
I'm glad they don't show him wearing sports bras anymore. It's a shimmer. No, but I agree. I thought it was so weird. Like when he showed up to the draft with like half a shirt, when he's showing with his belly shirt from the early 2000s. Yeah, that was weird. But I was like, and we drafted that guy, number 6.
Why? Oh, he's a beast.
Who knows? I was gonna do Sweatman Slam, but I don't. I mean, what really happened? Do you want to do like a 5-minute Sweatman Slam, or what do you want to do?
I don't really know what. Zeke got his shirt from the longest yard
Oh, dang. You calling him Tracy Morgan, bro? That's hot, dude. Why do you make it all hot and steamy in the podcast, bro? Why you gotta do it like that? But
yeah, we can go ahead and do a little bit of the.
We'll do.
Five-man slam.
5-man slam. All right. Oh, it's
I don't really know much about it.
All right, we started off Sweatman Slam. Ooh, so sweaty. That's a sound bite.
That's good.
I think the biggest news in wrestling would be CM Punk returning to WWE in a sense. Will not be returning in ring stuff. I know it's super fun to fantasy book and be like, ooh, is he going to survive his season in Chicago? I mean, why would he come back right now? Why would he wait until later? But I don't think he'll be back in the ring anytime soon.
Yeah, and they're also saying that it was pretty good because like they're gonna get honest feedback from that. Because even the people like before, like I think it was Samoa Joe and Booker T were both saying that feud between Rusev and Lana and what's his name, Bobby Lashley was trash.
Yeah.
Like we just need more honesty. Like why can't we have a good show which is just honest? You don't have to always believe like, oh, it's the greatest shit.
Oh,
ever.
it's such good shit.
We never do anything bad. No.
Yeah. Like, why you gotta admit it later, bro? Just it's okay. Not everything's a winner. You guys have to put on, 7 hours of television each week and, 4 more hours every time there's a pay-per-view. Like, there's gonna be some duds. And, there's usually a lot.
Yeah, as long as they just own up to it. That's the thing. Yeah. And then with CM Punk being on that broadcast team, I feel like they're gonna get that a lot more.
100%.
Especially with... They were saying how the deal was with Fox.
Yeah.
Obviously, WWE had to accept it also. Be like, okay, yeah. Probably a little upset a little bit, but
also, but I don't think so because Vince McMahon is kind of delusional enough. Would be like whenever somebody that he's severed ties with comes back, it'd be like, oh, welcome home, and he'll be like, I don't remember anything bad.
we had a great falling out, right? It was good.
We made such good shit together.
You remember?
And it was all my idea. Remember the pipe out? I said.
I said to go do that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't imagine him coming back to the ring anytime soon. I do think it would be a huge pop if he came back, even just showed up and did some commentary. That'd be really sweet.
Oh, I also saw that they're saying who got hurt that wasn't gonna be able to make it to one of the Survivor Series things.
I don't know.
Damn, I forgot what it was.
All right. Well, the Fiend changed the the WWE title or the Universal title. Now it's blue. It looks super weird still. I feel.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh well, he just wowie, and he turns it into blue belt, all blue. And I'm just like, well, it's still the same. You just change the whole color. I think the design needs to change, bro. Make it gold. It doesn't have to be so branded. You know what I mean? The UFC belt has the name on it, right? But it's not it's not made out of UFC, you know? It's not the whole thing. Same thing with AEW. What belt looks like the company, the whole thing? It looks like a child's play thing.
Well, that's literally why they make it so they can sell it and promote their own thing.
But. Salute OG Rice, sup Coolio, learning about wrestling. Haven't watched since Kerry Von Erich. Whoa, that's a long time. Word to the bird. Coolio, what is up? Thank you so much for joining us. We're almost done with the Sweatman Slam.
I don't really watch wrestling also. I just shout out to Simon Miller. Watch
shout
Ups
out.
and Downs.
Yep.
Should I say UFC? I watched some UFC.
Whoop.
That BMF fight was pretty crazy.
All right, we'll end it. Rey Mysterio go against Brock Lesnar, kick his ass. All right, there we go. Ending it now. And that has been Sweatman Slam.
Sweatman Slam.
Anything else? Anything else we got?
The Spurs are doing not that great. They're on a 4 or 5 game losing streak. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's because you became a fan, and ever since then they started losing.
My favorite team's the RGB Vipers, bro.
The RGB Vipers?
Yeah, bro.
I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe it was since you left becoming a fan. That's why they started losing.
Maybe, I don't even know.
Get you back on board.
Hey. Don't talk about me like that. Or should I say UFC? Salute, brother. I'm a boxing fanatic. Same. OG. I only know about Tyson Fury. Don't ask me how I know about him.
I watched the Canelo fight after that, the BMF, the UFC thing. I watched that Canelo fight. Dude, they were literally waiting, sitting on couches, laying down, waiting for the UFC to finish, which is pretty smart so everyone else can tune into their thing. But
Lakers
was
look
crazy. I didn't think it was going anywhere, and then boom, you saw him like he hit a left punch, dazed him a little bit, and then he came with a right hook, I think it was, and just knocked that guy out.
Damn, bro.
I was like, boom, that was a kill shot. It was nasty.
This has been the boxing. This is just Sweatman Slam. It's all about combat sports and then entertainment.
Lakers look good. Yeah, they do.
I saw LeBron dunk it on some dude because Kobe and Kevin Hart were in the stand or right there.
Kobe and Kevin Hart.
I saw some stuff. I know some basketball.
Yeah, you shoot the hoop, but nah. Yeah, the Spurs need to do something else. I saw something saying maybe they need to trade DeMar DeRozan to make another blockbuster trade. I was like, I don't know. Just let me give it some time. This is his first time like playing with DeJounte. Because he tore his ACL last year, so they're really getting a lot of work together. Still a little melt or something.
Look, everybody makes it into the playoffs for the NBA, so it's fine.
The Spurs have the longest streak, though.
Yeah, until it gets ruined.
Well, don't you say that.
All right. Streaks are my team.
That was the other news. Hockey, some hockey stuff.
Sidney Crosby is out for 6 weeks with broken hockey stick.
He broke his hockey stick.
He's gonna save up. Yeah, his mom just ordered one from Canada, so it should show up in about 6 weeks.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's it for the Ballin' with the Boys podcast. Right? I think we said all.
I have no other news.
All right, sweet. Andy will probably join us next Monday. Who knows? I couldn't tell you. I don't know where that kid is. I'm just kidding. But follow him on Dorks Next Door. Follow him on his other YouTube channel. Dorks Next Door. That's the one I said. Follow us on our other YouTube channel if you guys like nerdy stuff. If you guys like Rick and Morty. You like Star Wars. We talk about all that good stuff on New World Nerds. That big old giant thing behind me. Look, boop. There's a logo. We are one subscriber away from 700. We really appreciate it. That is our 2019 goal. So it'd be really great if we could achieve that a couple months before, or a month and a half before the year is up. That'd be really sweet. So thank you, Coolio and Rice, for staying for the majority of the podcast. We very much appreciate it. Rice, thank you for returning, hitting that notification bell. We super appreciate it. Justin, where can they find you?
You can find me at NewWorld_Gamer on Twitter, and that's it.
All right, sweet. Casey wins. See y'all next Monday. Y'all are dope. We very much appreciate you. Yeah, we did. We said we agree with you.
Chiefs
we say sure. Chiefs 100%. Yes. I say it, you say it, Rice says it. That's it. Game over. Chargers, why are you go home? Like I said, cancel the game, don't play it.
Just throw all the touchdown passes to
Travis Kill. Yeah, so you can follow us on Twitter at Ballin' Boys, follow the other YouTube channel at New World Nerds. Like, comment, subscribe to all that cool stuff. Follow us on SoundCloud, Ballin' with the Boys. If I eventually put them up, I will. Who knows? Maybe. We're getting out of here. Keep balling, baby boys.